Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and this is the best time for me to dive headfirst into some romance novels. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Trishita Reads. I am Trishita, and in this video, I will be dedicating 1 week to read only romance novels because this is the festival of love. Love is in the air. We can all smell love, and I think this is the best time in which I will be in the mood to read more romances. So, without any further ado, let's see what book I'm going to read. Let me select the books and let me get back to you. That did not take me much time. I think this is way too much, keeping in mind that I can read an average of 3 books per week because I do want to keep a room for mood reading a little bit. So, here is a very pretentious TBR that I definitely know that I will not be able to complete, but a girl can hope. The first book that I'm planning to read is The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armas. And the reason why I am very excited to read this book is because there is a fake engagement trope that I think will not only have forced proximity but also fake dating involved. Our main female character Josie is very unlucky in love, and on the other hand, we have the main male character Matthew Flanagan. Ooh. Matthew Flanagan's best friend's sister is Josie, and the plot just got a little juicy. See that rhyme? See the play of words I did there? Due to some misunderstandings, they end up in a fake engagement setup and they become fake fiancés. Definitely, this plot seems very dramatic in a very good way. I am very excited to read this book. Up next, we have Love Simon by Becky Albertalli.
Hi guys, this is the future editor me, and I feel so foolish right now. I literally thought that Love Simon is the sequel of Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, but later on, when I started reading the book, from the first page, I thought that okay, this is the same book, right? Am I reading the same book, or is there any kind of glimpse of the past and then the actual story will start? But it didn't happen. And when I went on the internet to see whether the books are same, I realized that after the book got adapted into a movie, the author changed the title of the book. This is the reason why you should do research before buying books, Trishita. What the hell have you done? You wasted money on a book that you have already read. Hence, we will be ignoring this particular book from my TBR. I have 4 books in my TBR now.
Up next, we have The Dating Plan by Sara Desai. I think this will be a slightly desi romance because the main female character is Indian and the main male character is a foreigner. I don't know the color or ethnicity of this guy because it is not given in the blurb of the book. But when it comes to romance novels with dramas, I'm always in. I'm very excited to read this, you guys. I have heard a lot of good things about this book. Let's see if I'm able to finish this book by the end of this week. Most probably, I will not end up reading the next book that I'm going to talk about because of the thickness of this book, but it is Lauren Asher, okay? So there is a chance that I will pick this book up because Lauren Asher is one of my favorite romance writers. Not only she balances character development and growth, but she knows how to write smart. So even the book is spicy, there is something beyond spice that I can expect from Lauren Asher. And the book that I'm talking about is Love Redesigned. The two main characters of this book are Julian and Dahlia. Yes, guys, this is a billionaire romance. I really hated reading Too Good to Be True because it was so badly executed. But I really loved Dreamland Billionaire Trilogy, which was written by Lauren Asher. And that is the reason why I am a little confident that I will love reading this book as well. But looking at the thickness of this book, I am pretty skeptical whether I will be picking this book up in this week. And the last book that I'm interested to read in this week is When Grumpy Met Sunshine by Charlotte Steen. I think the title is enough to let you know what is going to happen in this book. A steamy opposites attract romance between a grumpy retired footballer and his fabulous, very sunshiny ghostwriter. Finding love was not the only goal. Okay. I am expecting banter in this book. I am expecting humor. I am expecting spice. And I am expecting a hell good of a drama. Definitely expecting vulnerabilities of the characters. I will wake up very early tomorrow morning just to decide which book to read because all of these sound very interesting. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new read. Till then, stay tuned to see which book I pick up first. guys, welcome to the evening update. I'm so sorry I could not update anything in the morning because guess what? I have been reading constantly since morning because this book is so good. And I am left with only this part of the book. This is the first time I am reading a romance novel in which the FMC is curvy. And I am loving it. I am loving it. I literally went on Instagram and I messaged the author saying that I just am loving the main female character. The way she has portrayed the vulnerabilities of body image issues, insecurities a curvy person has when it comes to others loving them, others reciprocating their love is just beautifully explained in this book. So, without any further ado, let me tell you what this book is about before I jump back into the book and I finish it. So, this book is slightly a sports romance because the main character is a ex-footballer. So, the sports aspect in the book is not that much explored, but this person, I mean the main male character, whose name is Alfie, is willing to write a memoir on his life, and because of that, he hires a ghostwriter whose name is Mabel. Mabel is a very normal girl like us. She is curvy, she is a very introverted person, and she does not like to have limelight on her. And since the time Alfie decided to hire her as the ghostwriter of his memoir, obviously pictures start circulating stating that these two people might be dating. And this thing brought them into a very awkward situation where both of them kind of have started forming feelings for each other. And on the other hand, both of them know that the other person is way too good for them. They are way out of their leagues. Let it be Alfie, who is very insecure about his image as an ex-footballer. All of the things that you can associate normally with a footballer, basically the stereotypes, like them being very rough and tough without any emotions, getting any woman he wants. Then, since he is a male, he will be loving action movies. They are not his personalities. He is a guy who has a very tough exterior, but he secretly loves watching romantic movies. Also, on the other hand, this guy is very bad with technologies. This guy doesn't know how to operate an Android phone, okay? This guy still uses a fax machine. This guy doesn't have any kind of social media account. He recently opened Twitter just to chat with Mabel. Like, how cute and how comedic this thing is. And on the other hand, we have Mabel, who is kind of suffering from body image issues and she has insecurities, especially when it comes to this hot and sexy ex footballer because he has dated supermodels before. So even if this girl is developing feelings for this guy, she is damn sure that he can never fall in love with her. However, as the situation starts becoming worse and more pictures of them start circulating on the internet, where the audience is divided into two parts, one where people are actually loving them and shipping them as a couple, and on the other hand, they are hating on both of them, especially Mabel, because she is not that stereotypically beauty standard wise good looking woman, right? So both of them decide that before everything gets more worse and before Mabel starts getting more hate, they can just pretend to be in a relationship till the time their contract is over. That is, she ends up writing and finishing the novel that he hired her for. That's the introduction of this book, and I am absolutely loving this, you guys. Not only the main female character is very relatable, but the main male character is so bluntly naive that his jokes land very perfectly. I mean, the author knows what she was doing. At first, when the book started, I literally hated this character. I literally hated Alfie, but slowly and subtly, he has grown on me. Slowly and subtly, I am liking this character, and now I am completely shipping these two people together. I am just waiting for them to confess their feelings for each other. I am just waiting for that final confession. I just cannot wait. So, I will finish this book and then I'll see you guys late at night with an update. Till then, stay tuned. Bye, 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 bye. Welcome to the second day of the challenge. First of all, I finished reading When Grumpy Met Sunshine. Now let's talk about this book. First things first, I read the representation of a curvy, oversized FMC in a romance for the very first time, and I was not gonna lie, very scared to start this book because somehow I knew that if the representation was done wrong, then it will really affect me. But I'm so happy to tell you guys the representation of the main female character in this book is done so beautifully. I literally was astonished to see how beautifully the author has not only captured the vulnerabilities of the main female character, but also she has captured how insecure she is, how she has been affected by body image issues. She has also shared some issues that oversized women have to go through when it comes to men dating them, when it comes to them finding love. Because let's be real, nowadays the physical appearance of a person matters the most, and the insecurities of a person finding a partner, keeping in mind that they are oversized, let it be a man or let it be a woman, is beautifully explained in this book. I really, really connected emotionally with the main female character because somehow I feel that her story is my story as well. I just want to go and hug her and tell her that okay, everything will be fine. And on the other hand, we have the grumpy ex-footballer Alfie. This character definitely grows on you as you keep on reading the book, and at the end of the story, the climax of the book was so swoon-worthy. The ground was swept off my feet. I was so happy. I was giggling. I was curling my toes, seeing how beautiful of a gesture this main male character has done for the FMC of this story. The veil of toxic masculinity is so thick on the society where a man, even if he does not want to, has to represent himself in a way so that he gets accepted by the society is so heartbreaking. And here, the main male character has to go through the same thing. He has literally changed his personality in front of the camera so that people can accept him. This person is so sweet that he finds comfort in the main female character. He sees her as his best friend first and then his romantic interest, which was really refreshing. Throughout the whole book, we see them forming a bond of friendship, but deep down, they also know that there is a tension between them. This tension was so much at the end. I was just at the last chapter and I was just waiting for them to, just say something to each other. And I, for minutes, thought that if this does not turn out to be a happy ending novel, it will literally shatter me. The ending of this book is the most beautiful part that you can expect from these two characters, and I absolutely loved how real the fictional characters look. So this book was definitely a very beautiful book that I will highly recommend you guys to read. I have given this book 4.5 stars. I have just reduced 0.5 stars because at the later stage of the book there was a lot of spice which I think was not needed much. It is just my personal preference. Anybody who is reading the book might like the spice, but I just felt that some parts were a little bit unnecessary. Since morning I was reading this book, I literally was willing to finish this book by today anyhow, and that is the reason why I got a little late to update you guys. And now let me come to the next book that I started reading. I am reading The Dating Plan by Sara Desai. I am currently at chapter 7, and this is partly a Desi romance where the main female character is Indian and the main male character is white. Not only this book has started with a beautiful humor angle, I am really loving the sassiness of the main female character, and I will still wait for some time to let you guys know what this book is about. So let me just go back to my reading. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning with the update. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye. Hi guys, welcome to the third day of the reading vlog. It is currently in the afternoon at around 2 to 30 p.m. and I just got done with my lunch. I got done with my work. I showered and it is so freaking hot today. I don't know why. The weather is doing something, I guess. It is very gloomy, but it is very hot at the same time and I am not liking it. I am feeling very sleepy because of gloominess, I think, and that has made me to just sit and read my book since morning. And because of that, I have reached quite far in The Dating Plan by Sara Desai. I am currently at page number 150 and I'll start reading chapter 17, which is quite amazing because I read only 50 pages yesterday and I have finished reading 100 pages of this book already. So I think I'm in a position to tell you guys what this book is about. So let's go. First things first, the main female character of this book is Indian. Her name is Daisy Patel, and the main male character of this book is Liam Murphy. Now, Liam and Daisy go way back. Why? Because Liam was her brother's best friend way back in high school. And Daisy had a huge crush on him. And on the other hand, Liam was the Romeo of the school. He was loved by women. And because of that, he had a very bad reputation when it comes to romance. He never fell in love with anyone. He just used to date girls and then dump them and move on. But these girls were mesmerized by him. The same thing happened with Daisy as well with Liam. Daisy could not resist his charm because Liam was constantly visiting her family because of her brother, and Daisy's father used to adore him as well. Daisy's family was his second family, and because of that, both Liam and Daisy had to spend some time together, and obviously, he was Daisy's first and only love in life. However, the most important day in a teenager's life is high school prom, and Liam agreed to be Daisy's partner for the prom just to leave her on the grounds, not even showing up on the day. Not only did he not show up during her prom day, but he suddenly left the city. He stopped any kind of communications with Daisy, her brother, and her family. Daisy just did not know where he went. Liam broke things off abruptly, and Daisy was completely heartbroken. Now, fast forward to the present time, that is 10 years later, where Daisy is a software engineer and she is working in a startup where they make organic sanitary products for women. She is now confident, she is now very, very sassy, and she, yes, does not have any kind of romantic inclination towards anyone. After her one sided breakup with Liam, something happened in her that she switched off her romantic sides to anyone. She does not take risks anymore. She is a very routine following type of girl, and she wants every single detail minutely described in her mind so that nothing is unpredictable in her life. Things are going fine for her till the time suddenly in her office premises she sees Liam. Her world starts shattering, and due to some circumstances, on the same day, in the same time, one of her aunties came with a potential match whose name is Roshan to her office just to show her that this guy is a potential match for her. She is turning 30, and we know there is a societal pressure of getting married when you are turning 30 or you are above 30. So, her auntie and her father are trying their best so that she finds a match for herself and gets settled down in life. So, just to avoid this uncomfortable circumstance, she blurts out that Liam is her fiance. And Liam, on the other hand, plays along with her. He plays so well in the situation where her auntie becomes sure that yes, they are engaged and they are deeply in love. Daisy was his only love, and he still has not moved past her. He has hooked up with other people, he has dated other people, but he has never given commitment to any one of them because he feels that he did injustice to Daisy, and because of that, he is not deserving of any kind of good treatment given by a woman, especially when it comes to romantic commitments. So, the current situation is a hodgepodge where Daisy's family, I mean her auntie, is telling every single person on the planet, if possible, that Daisy is engaged to a random stranger guy that she has not bothered to make her family meet with. And on the other hand, Liam also gets in a conundrum. The problem is Liam's grandfather passed away 2 weeks ago, and in his will, he has said that the family legacy business that has been running in their family for 300 years will be passed down to Liam, which is a whiskey distillery business. And Liam can only access that business and be in possession of that business in one condition, and that is he needs to get married before his coming birthday. That is 2 months away, and he needs to be in the marriage for at least 1 year, and he does have to produce one child in that marriage. Now, Liam is in a confusion state where he does not want to pass the business to his brother because his brother is willing to sell the property and invest the money in his own business. And Liam just wants to continue the legacy, but he does not know how he can manage to do this because his birthday is very close and he does not know how he will end up marrying in that point where the girl is not greedy enough to ask for half of the property after he gets out of the marriage. He decides to strike a deal with Daisy where he will get the distillery and Daisy will get two things. One, she will be able to rub off all of the nosy relatives from her back because, yes, in Indian society, divorce is still considered a taboo. And once you are divorced, there are chances that you might not get married that easy. And aunties will also not be able to find her a good match. And yeah, she just wants to live her life in her own terms. And on the other hand, she also wants the company to survive in which she is working. And Liam is the only person who can help with investors to make the company survive. So both of them strike a deal where they will get married. And both of them come up with a very meticulously detailed dating plan where both of their families are convinced that these two people are in love with each other and the marriage that they are going to have is very organic. Because if they can't convince each other's families, one, Liam's brother will run down the aisle with a bunch of lawyers to destroy Liam. And on the other hand, Daisy's father and her aunties will never leave her. So, yeah, after the dating plan is formed, they start executing all of the things. But the only problem is, even after having all of the past baggages between these two, they are starting to fall in love with each other. I am very happy to say that I'm really loving this book. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm very excited to finish this book, but it's still a far fetched thing for me because I have more than 200 pages left. I don't know how much I'll be able to read today. So I'll try my best to finish this book by today, but I'm not sure. I'll update you guys in the evening. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye. Hi guys, welcome to the night update. It is currently 9 p.m. and I have made some progress in reading The Dating Plan by Sarah Desai. I am currently at chapter 23 and look at the cute bookmark I am using right now. I am loving the Desi side of the main female character and I am loving the drama that is unfolding. I am at that point in the book where both of the characters are finally talking what actually happened at the night of the prom and why the characters did what they did. So it is in a very, you can say, vulnerable point in the book where the characters are not only being vulnerable, but they are also somehow confessing their feelings for each other without directly telling each other what is going on in their minds. I am really liking this book so far, and I did not expect this book to be this good, to be very honest. This is the first time I'm reading a novel by Sarah Desai. And I, not gonna lie, had very less expectations from this book, keeping in mind that my equation with Indian romances so far is not that good. But this book definitely came as a surprise, and I am really loving it. I have around 140 pages left to finish this book, so I'm planning to do it by tomorrow. Maybe it will take me a full day, maybe not. I don't know how much I will be able to read before I go to sleep today. So stay tuned for my update for tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Bye. Good morning, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Today is 14th of February. Today is definitely a self care day for me. I'm going to go read and eat and read and eat and read. Okay, that's my plan for today because it is Friday and my boyfriend has office, unfortunately. So we will not be able to meet, but it's okay. Every day is Valentine's Day for us. So, my plan for today is to go and read and have fun with myself. I'm just going to go be in my cocoon and I'm just going to read. So, the first thing that I have to update is I finished reading The Dating Plan by Sarah Desai, and oh my god, finally I have moved past the trauma of Too Good to Be True because this was a very, very, very beautiful Desi romance. My rating of this book is 4.5 stars. Let me tell you why I loved this book so much. First of all, Daisy Patel as the main female character was so good. Not only she was headstrong, not only she knew what she needed in life, she also was very vulnerable. I really love characters who are very confident, who know what they are doing, but still they are not afraid to show their vulnerable sides. Also, on the other hand, Liam as a character was a little dicey in the beginning, and I kind of hated him in the beginning, not gonna lie, but as the book progresses, I slowly and steadily started having a soft corner for this guy, and this guy definitely did not disappoint me. This book definitely has a lot of Indian references, but also keep in mind that they are in our eyes, right? So there will be some things that you won't be able to relate because we live in India and they are Indians who live outside the country. So there are some cultural differences, but I think that's completely fine. But the fundamental cultural references that the author has shown is so on point that I was literally giggling when a nosy auntie just came inside Daisy's house and she literally went to her bedroom to check if there was anyone else with her. And literally, this auntie acted like a nosy auntie that we definitely see in our neighborhood, in our households, in our relatives. So it was so fun to see a lot of family dynamic going on from Daisy's side. And also, Liam did not disappoint in terms of family drama. I really loved the tension that Liam had with his brother. And what happened at the end was so beautiful. Not only there were conclusions between Liam and Daisy's family, Daisy and Daisy's family, Liam and Liam's family, and Daisy and Liam's family. Yes, it is a little bit complicated if I say it in this way, but when you read the book, it is not complicated at all. The best part that made this book a game changer for me was the conclusion because everything was wound up so beautifully. There were literally no loopholes, and I really loved that. So, definitely, I will absolutely, yes, recommend this book to you. If you are someone who is looking for a good Desi romance, definitely you can go and read this book. Also, keep in mind that there is a little bit of smart, but it is not uncomfortable. And if you are looking for a book in which both of the main characters are grumpy, then definitely you can go and check this book out. You will not only laugh, you will also feel romance seeping through your veins when you are reading this book. So now that we are done with this book, I want to start a book that I literally said that I won't pick up in my introduction video, but here we are. I am thinking of going for Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher because, guys, I can't resist this book. And since I have a lot of time today, I'm thinking of starting this book because I will be able to finish a chunk of it by today itself. So I think today is the best day in which I can read one of my favorite authors and I can spend time with the characters more. So without any further ado, let's begin reading this book and let's start the day.
I was just reading a conversation that these people are having in a group chat, and there is mention of Declan Kane. If you don't know, he is a character from the Dreamland Billionaire series. He is one of the brothers, and it is so happy to see and hear that character's name again. That's why I was very happy. Hi guys, welcome to another day of the reading vlog. Hopefully the last day of the reading vlog because I am literally Not even kidding. Flying through this book, I am a little past halfway of Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I am currently at page number 264 and I will be starting chapter 27, literally using a plywood as my bookmark. Don't even ask me, okay? And I am just left with this section of the book, which I am thinking of finishing today if everything goes right. So let me tell you what this book is about a little bit, because I was so engrossed in reading this book yesterday that I literally forgot to update you guys what this book is about. So here we go. Julian and Dahlia are the two main characters of this book, and Julian runs two businesses. One is a real estate plus construction company where he buys lands off the market and he builds houses on that plot and sells those houses. That's one of his business. And on the other hand, he also runs an application that is a gem for real estate people. The listings of properties available for sales are there, which can be used by the buyers and the sellers as well. He is a multi-millionaire. And on the other hand, we have Dahlia, and she is an architect, you can say. She used to run a TV show where she and her ex-boyfriend Oliver went to different houses and they used to reconstruct and decorate the houses, and people love that show. She is an internet sensation. She is a very popular personality and people love her. After 4 years of engagement and 9 long years of being in a relationship, it had really affected her. The glimpses of Oliver I have got in this book literally tells me that he was a passive aggressive person. He was a narcissist and he only cared about his image. He really wanted to show to the audience that Oliver and Dahlia are the perfect power couple that you see on the internet nowadays. But there were so many hidden problems that Dahlia used to ignore because she really wanted the relationship to work out. But there was one particular thing that not only broke Dahlia but also broke the relationship she had with Oliver. And now she is back in town where there is Julian, and she and Julian go way back. Julian and Dahlia's mothers are best friends. They are very close knit, and because of that, these two people have grown up since childhood together. However, they used to have a very playful rivalry, and it went till college. Both of them, after finishing their high school degree, went to Stanford University for their college degrees. And during the first year of their college, they had to do an economics project together. And while in the process of finishing the project, these two people came close. They started forming feelings for each other. But you know, life is very unpredictable. It gives you lemons when you absolutely don't need it. Julian's father passes away, and because of that, Julian decides to drop off his degree and he comes home without any plan what he's going to do. But he definitely was not in a position to be in relationship with Dahlia, even though she said that she will be there through his thick and thin. But Julian felt that he is not worthy of her. He thought that Dahlia deserves all of the love, care, and opportunities in life. So yes, even after he fell in love with her, he let her go. But if you think from Dahlia's perspective, she literally was heartbroken and she leaned on to the one person who was the closest to both of them, and that is Oliver, Julian's ex-roommate. And that also has not sat well with Julian. He can never forgive Oliver because of that. And when she comes back home in the present timeline, the dynamics between these two people is not good, okay? Julian does not want to face Dahlia because he thinks that all of the feelings that he has been suppressing for years will be surfacing out. And Dahlia, on the other hand, is really furious. She has some sour feelings for Julian because of their past. And these two people know that they are not good for each other at all. However, their mothers think differently. Their mothers literally are trying these two people to get back together because mothers know the best, right? However, Julian and Dahlia are not even trying to entertain the requests because one, Julian is not ready for any kind of relationship, keeping in mind that Dahlia has to go back to San Francisco after the New Year's. And on the other hand, Dahlia just came out of a relationship. She is literally going for therapy. She is taking antidepressants. She is not in a position to wreck her emotional stability again. So she is also running away from any kind of relationships or commitments. But God has different plans for you. God makes certain plans for you that are the best for you in times when you don't need them. So that's the story of this book. And let me tell you guys, I literally love the main character Julian. This is the first time I'm reading a billionaire romance in which the billionaire guy, that is Julian, is self-made. And who doesn't love a self-made man? But he also makes time for his family. Whenever there is a situation that goes wrong in his family, he's always there. And on the other hand, I'm really loving the vulnerabilities that Dahlia is talking about. There are so many stereotypes relationships related to women, and any woman of any race, any culture has to go through these fundamental problems throughout her whole life. And the author has picked up those topics, put it in Dahlia, and made a beautiful mixture of a character. I cannot even wait to finish this book and let you guys know how I felt. There is literally a plethora of insecurities that these two characters have, and they have to move past those insecurities to be in a relationship with each other. So I'm literally very excited to read that part of the story because it has started, you guys. The drama is slowly unfolding, and I'm really loving the journey of reading this book. The reason why I love Lauren Asher is, even if you read billionaire romances, even if you are getting a very lovey-dovey romance in which the guy is doing some gestures for the girl that we don't see in real life, but they are so realistic if we keep in mind that the guy is billionaire. If we keep in mind that this guy already has a lot of money, and definitely if he has the resources, he can do it for his love interest. And also, I have to say this, that I am loving this book more than the Dreamland Billionaire series. So this book definitely has the potential of becoming my favorite work by Lauren Asher so far. I will update you guys hopefully in the evening or at night after I finish this book. Till then, stay tuned. Bye.
Hi guys, welcome to the next day and I guess the final day of the challenge because I was not able to finish reading Love Redesigned yesterday, but I did just now. I just finished reading it. It is currently close to 9 a.m. in the morning, and let me give you 2 cents of my thoughts about this book. The ending of this book was so magical, so beautiful. I am very happy with the book overall. Okay, I loved every single thing that was in the book, and I have decided to give this book 4.5 stars. I feel that I need to be a little bit more critical when it comes to ranking romances because you guys somehow take my recommendations and I feel kind of responsible right now. So I am becoming stricter, which is nice. My expectations are increasing, which is nice. My face was literally hot and I was just fanning myself like this so that I can control my feelings, I can control my emotions, and I had a wide smile on my face, which is very rare when it comes to reading books, which is very rare for a reader to express their feelings when they are reading a book. So that's a green signal for you to pick this book up. I highly recommend it. And if you feel like smart is the only thing that happens in this book, no. There is so much more going on about this book, about the characters, the side characters, and I loved every single bit of it. That is the best way to end the Valentine's week reading vlog. And this week I read 3 books. I decided to read 5 books, and this was unfortunately a mishap from my side. I did not realize that I bought the same book with a different title. So we are just going to ignore this book and not consider this in my TBR. We are left with 4 books now, and since the plot of The Dating Plan by Sara Desai and the plot of The Fiancé Dilemma were a little similar, I decided to read Love Redesigned before The Fiancé Dilemma because I already finished reading The Dating Plan, and hence, since Love Redesigned was quite thick of a book, I did not get a chance to read The Fiancé Dilemma in this week's video, but I am very happy with the 3 books that I finished reading. And look at the color palette. Blue, purple, pink situation is going on, and my nail paint somehow matches with this theme. My t-shirt somehow matches with this theme right now, and I really loved reading When Grumpy Met Sunshine. I really loved the representation of a oversized FMC. This was the first time I read something like this, and I am willing to explore more works of the author. Not only the author, but I will look up to more books that have FMCs who are oversized. The next book that I loved reading was The Dating Plan by Sara Desai. And this was a semi-desi romance. You can say NRI desi romance because the main female character Daisy does not live in India. So even though the root cultural references are exactly the same, but there are some things that are over exaggerated that actually does not happen in India anymore. But since I am not an NRI, so I don't know whether these things happen to NRIs anymore. However, this book was not bad at all. I really, really loved reading it. If you are willing to start a desi romance, look no more. This book is very good. You can definitely check this book out. And the last book, and my most favorite from the lot, was Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. Absolutely loved the way this billionaire romance book was. I am very excited to see what comes next. I really want to know the story of Rafa and Emily, and I really want a book dedicated on them. And I definitely will love to read everything written by Lauren Asher. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around till the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed watching me reading romance novels, and I hope that you found a few good recommendations from this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the books that I read. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you have any challenge ideas, if you have any books that you want me to read. I'll definitely add them in my TBR. Thank you so very much for watching this video. If you liked watching me read the books, then consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It definitely means a lot to me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, turn those pages, keep on reading. Bye.